Suzuki competed in the Motocross World Championship again in 1966 and 1967. But problems the engineers had never imagined meant the team struggled to even finish the races. Reaching a world-class level remained a distant goal.
66年の時はね、私と小島君と通訳3人だけなんです。だからメカニックはもうあくまでその時はもう自分らなんですね。
Suzuki's development engineers were focusing on road racing. They were too busy for motocross.
まあフレームはトラブルだらけでしたね。ダウンチューブがクラックが起こるなんかいうことはしばしばでしたね。
モトクロスっていうものに対してはまるっきり分かってなかったよね。
At the end of 1967, Suzuki pulled out of road racing because of changes in regulations. It decided to focus on motocross. Suzuki had to develop a new machine that could win races in Europe. So it signed one of the best riders in the world, Ole Pettersson from Sweden. And it reflected his advice in every aspect of development.
そうですね。68は真剣に取り組みましたもんですから。
ペテルソンは非常に真面目で、開発に一番初めライダーとしては非常に一生懸命やってくれて、現地でのテストもすぐフィードバックできましたし。
The key for the engine to win in motocross was not the peak power, but a wider torque range.
ですから振動がすごく多いというので、少しボアを上げてショートストロークにすればいいのかな。それから吸気系によって低速トルクをいかに大きく出すか。
With the chassis, the most important requirements were strength and lightness.
剛性の高いのを求めますでしょ、ロードレーサーの車っていうのが。だけどモートクロッサーはフレキシブルじゃなきゃいかんっていうようなことを。
着地した後の安定性がどうかということと、その土壌のによってそのタイヤのグリップ状況が変わるので。
Suzuki adopted original motocross designs for the frame and for parts such as the handlebars and muffler to create an ideal machine.
スイングアームにゴムブッシュを入れたり、フロントフェンダーはいつも道を見なきゃいかんだもんで、できるだけこう前を下げてくれとか。
Pettersson had a great talent for development. He met Suzuki's demands. And the new RH68 was born, with a look that was stylish and practical. A light, strong chassis and a torquier engine made this a machine that could really compete in the Motocross World Championship. Suzuki engineers had reached the top in road racing. Once they chose a clear direction, they were quick to make progress. They created a genuine motocross bike in what seemed like an instant. Suzuki had high hopes for 1968. It created a full-scale setup with the mechanic going to races. From the very first race, Pettersson and the RH68 showed outstanding performance that was unprecedented for Suzuki. But there was still room for improvement. Maneuverability was great, but there was not enough power in the low engine RPM range.
低速トルクをいかに大きく出すかっていうことに苦戦しました。
Suzuki launched a new engine at the next race, the Belgian Grand Prix. Suzuki took overall second place for the first time and showed rivals it was now ready to compete on equal terms. Pettersson came 7th in the year's rider standings in the 250cc class.
コースはグラスもあれば丘陵もあればいろいろあるんですけど、ベルギーとかオランダに多いサンドコースですね。ライダーが半分ぐらい隠れるぐらいの私とギャップが全周なんですよ。レースの質が違うというかね、これはとてもじゃないけど日本人が行っても走れないなと。
The following year, a new, improved RH69 produced 32 horsepower. Pettersson steadily gained points from the third race onwards. The results were third place in the standings for riders and second in the standings for constructors. The machine had delivered top-class performance, and Suzuki was now a top-class competitor in motocross. Then came the off-season. Suzuki was happy with the machine's performance. Now it took another big step forward. It signed two motocross superheroes from Belgium, Joël Robert and Sylvain Gebos.